Good evening. Dave Geister here with the Monster Movie Happy Hour. Now, this evening we have a special... Hey, wait a minute. Oh, no, come back. No, hey, what's going on? Hey, stop!
Submitted for your approval. Pardon me. What? Oh, books. Well, pardon me. Sorry. Oh, it's a cookbook. Oh, well. Submitted for your approval. A mid-century cocktail appropriate to the festivities tonight. The Twilight Zone watch party, organized by J. Robert Clark, found on Twitter, I might add, at Sci-Fi Create. My job here is to make a cocktail that would have been appropriate on the night of the Twilight Zone's inaugural episode. And so what we're making is a martini. And although vodka martinis were especially popular at the time, I'm going to stick with gin as I personally prefer gin. First, you want a standard cocktail glass, to which you add a few cubes of ice, 3 or 4 at the most, and most importantly, gin, or as I said before, vodka. So you want to add 2.5 ounces of gin, which is a substantial amount as far as I'm concerned, but it is an auspicious occasion. So there's 1, 2, and a half. And to that, you want to add dry vermouth, not sweet vermouth, but dry. Many people say I'm dry, not sweet. I leave it to you to determine. So, 1/2 ounce of that. And lastly, a lemon wedge or a twist. And because I like them and I don't like olives, which would be the traditional way to go, I'm adding a maraschino cherry in lieu of an olive. And there you are. Isn't that beautiful? And in the Twilight Zone, we don't know what time it is. So day drinking is A-OK. Oh, that's delicious. That hits the spot. And now I'm going to read this cookbook, which I discovered earlier. An afternoon of reading this cookbook should prove very Oh. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. Oh.
Chevrolet. Start the 60s right with the finest Chevy ever. Marlboro now comes in a new soft size. A lot of people.
Good evening from the 1960s hellscape of the Deep Dark Lounge, where everything is rolled back decades and women are in the kitchen and wearing pearls. Yay. Tonight we're going to be making some 1960s food, one of which is cheese balls. I'm sure you've heard of cheese balls. a staple in every kitchen. Here I have already mixed some of our ingredients, which are cheese, cream cheese, Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper, and hot sauce, because even Minnesotans like a little bit of spice. So what I'm going to do is mix all of this together to make a nice coagulated ball of cheese, which I think is the trickiest part of this recipe. And to do that, we need to coat it in some sort of exterior that will help it keep its shape. So we have here our cheese mixture, and we also have some toasted walnuts. Make sure you use clean hands to do this, because we all know today the COVID is running rampant, and clean hands are very important. Now, one thing you can do with a cheese ball is put it on a cheese plate with other cheeses. I feel like we are giving the state of Wisconsin a fair shout out with the cheese and the alcohol. Thank you, Wisconsin, for all you've given us. Now that we have pressed all of our walnuts into this cheese ball mixture, we can shape it with our hands, not unlike making a snowball. First, you need things like cucumbers. We need things like Ritz crackers. You could add some cured meats. Now, this is a meat that was cured locally, and I've cured some of my very own meats myself, things like pork and things like beef, and even my ex-husband who told me to stay in the kitchen. Yorick here learned his lesson. Never tell a woman to stay in the kitchen. But of course, if you don't have one of those, just regular pork will do fine. Please do enjoy a lovely cheese ball as an appetizer for this evening's Twilight Zone. Cheers, friends, from the Monster Movie Happy Hour. Hmm. 1960s got something right. Actually really good. Man.